Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to my channel. You know what's always been one of my favorite parts of the RWBY mythos? Semblances. I just think they're such a cool way to describe each individual person having a unique power or special ability. And the concept of semblances evolving? Well, that's even cooler! What's better than having a superpower? Having a superpower that grows over time. I mean, come on. Now, as most of you probably know by now, Jaune is my favorite character, and after the events of Volume 8, I started thinking, is it possible Jaune's semblance is going to evolve? To really get into the question, first we have to define what we mean by semblances evolving. And from what I can tell, there seem to be two primary types. The first, which we'll call mutation type, is the development of a brand new power related to the initial one, often as a result of similar stimuli as the semblance's initial activation. These are like Ren's emotion sense in response to great stress, and Ruby's ability to split into multiple groups of petals, which just happened one day, much like her own semblance just activated one day when training. The second type is what we'll call growth type. These evolutions are more just taking the semblance and what it can already do, and training it to be better at it and do more. These are semblances like Emerald's being able to affect more people than originally, and Blake's, which, as of Volume 4, allows her shadow clones to do things like throw her instead of only pushing her out of harm's way. Weiss's is weird? It's kind of both. She develops entirely new powers, like a mutation type, but because her semblance is inherited, she already knew it was something she could do, and thus trained to do it, like a growth type. It really raises questions about semblances, and if mutation type evolutions are really entirely new powers, or if they were always part of the semblance and only discovered in the heat of the moment. But that's beyond the point. So, why do I think Jaune's semblance might evolve? Well, I said earlier that it seems like one possible cause for semblance evolution is being exposed to similar stimuli as what originally unlocked the semblance. And in the Volume 8 finale, Jaune kneeling by Penny's side reminded me a lot of when he unlocked his semblance in Volume 5, only with a very different result. Side note, but I also think Nora's semblance might evolve after absorbing so much electricity, and I might make a video about that too, because I think it'd be really cool if it did. And yeah, there are arguments as to why Jaune's semblance wouldn't evolve, and the most prominent of these probably being that it's too soon after unlocking it. And that is true to a certain extent. But remember, Ruby's, Weiss's, and Blake's all evolved by Volume 4, and Volume 9 will be Jaune's fourth full volume with his semblance, so I could still see it happening. Now the question is, how will it evolve? And I have two ideas for this, both taken from Jaune's inspiration. No, not his fairy tale inspiration, but his design and fighting inspiration. Between his heavy armor, sword and shield style, and support abilities, he's a classic fantasy paladin. And by that I mean D&D 5th edition one, because that's the only one I'm really familiar with. Given this inspiration, you can probably guess what my first suggestion is. That's right. One possibility for his semblance evolving is for him to gain a paladin's SMITE. If it were to go to this direction, I could see it that after the events of Volume 8, Jaune felt useless. Once again, he failed to save a maiden and lost a friend in the process. If only he could have done more, helped stop Cinder before she wounded Penny. He needed an edge that his simple weapons just didn't provide him. But huntsmen don't just use their weapons on their own. They channel their aura into them so that the tools can keep up with the rest of their body. If Jaune can amplify the aura he uses on his sword, even for short bursts, it may give him the advantage he's looking for. I could even see him first using something like this because he's fighting something on the island, and isn't able to do much with his broken sword. maybe even extending the sword's reach to its normal length using his aura. I think this would be pretty cool, and Jaune's aura really works well aesthetically for this, either with his original pure white aura or his current gold one. However, I doubt this is the direction they'd go, and I don't think this should be the direction they go. Having Jaune go through the "I need to get stronger and focus more on offense" plot would just be recycling his story from Volume 4 and 5 with the sword, and really making his character regress. Beyond that, it would feel super out of character for Jaune, the party's tank/healer, to find a way to get better at killing things immediately after he was forced to kill one of his friends. Also, if I'm right about my other theory of Jaune at some point using the Relic of Destruction, which I've talked about a few times before, this upgrade to his Semblance would probably be pretty redundant. My second idea, which I think is much more in line with Jaune's character and is much more likely, to be honest, is that his Semblance will evolve in a way similar to the Paladin's auras. Not like aura, but like an aura. That doesn't really help. Let me explain. In D&D, Paladins get different auras depending on the type of Paladin you are. These are fields of energy that give certain buffs to their allies, and rarely debuffs to their enemies. In the wake of Volume 8, Jaune wouldn't be worried about increasing his offensive capabilities, but with how he can better keep his friends safe when he can't be right beside them. Maybe if he'd been able to amp Penny's aura before she took Cinder's blow, he wouldn't have had to take her life. He needs a way to make sure, no matter where he is on the battlefield, he'll be able to help his friends. And thus is born Jaune's aura of... well, aura. A range/AoE version of his aura amp that allows him to fulfill his role much better. He could heal a teammate while he's still fighting, boost his group's defenses against an oncoming attack that could hit all of them, or even cut out the middleman of replenishing his teammates' auras after they take damage, instead simply shielding them and taking the damage to his own aura at a distance. It's a powerful boost without making Jaune some insane damage dealer out of nowhere, fits his character really well, and has built-in flaws that could be interesting to explore. And, best of all, they've already set it up in the show. Volume 7, Chapter 5. In the montage of our heroes working in Atlas, we see Jaune training with Vine, and Vine says to him, "Have you ever thought about extending your aura?" They haven't gone anywhere with that yet, but that only makes it a Chekhov's gun that is yet to be fired. And I think this evolution is the bullet. I could even see in Volume 10, or whenever everyone reunites, Jaune bringing up to Marrow that he used the idea Vine suggested, and asking where he was so Jaune could thank him. After hearing that he lost his life, Jaune would be disappointed, and we'd see the continuing feelings of guilt on Harriet's face. I don't know about you guys, but I really like this idea, and I think it would be a fitting addition to Jaune's repertoire and would go well with his character arc. But hey, those are just my thoughts. What do you think? Agree? Disagree? Have any other ideas for ways Jaune's semblance could evolve? Let me know in the comments down below. And, subscribe. I'm trying to do a video every week or two, so you might find something you like. Till next time, safe journeys, my friends.